Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Vicky and today you're joining me to make this pretty little star earring. If you've followed my channel for a while, you kind of may see that I really like stars when it comes to beadwork. I have a couple of other variations on my channel, so I'll leave some links below in the description box so you can check them videos out if you wish. But these ones are really quite sweet. So they've got a Rivoli at the centre, and I'd probably say they're like a pillow, like a little pillow star, because they're a little bit chunky well, not massively chunky, because that, you know, indicates that they're ginormous, and they're not. But they're built up from more unusual bezel, because they aren't a standard peyote or a right angle weave or whatnot. They start with this pearl and size 8 ring, and then I just build up with some seeds and some crystals and some fire polished until the bezel is complete. And then I've added these really cute little star and moon ear wires, because I feel like they really complement the star. And yeah, I really love all of, like, how they look, because they're a star and I love them. So let's take a little look at what we need to make these today. Okay, so on my mat I have a size 8 seed bead, a 4mm pearl, a size 11 seed bead, a size 15 seed bead, some 3mm bicones, 2mm fire polished, and I've used a true 2mm fire polished. I've not tried them with anything other than that one, that version. So if you're using a different 2mm fire polished, you may find that might be a bit big or a bit small. Sizes can vary depending on like the brand and whatnot, so be aware of that when you're making these. I've got two 14mm Rivolis. I picked up these ear wires, which are super cute, and these two jump rings to add ear wires to my next pair. I've gone for quite a bright colour palette today. I'm not sure it's going to work, but I kind of felt like it's really cloudy outside and I wanted a bit of sunshine in my life today, so here we are. This is my little sunshine palette. So yes, that's all the beads we need. I have a size 10 needle. Normally I'd use size 12, but I've run out, so I'm using the size 10 today because that's what I had left, and it was the only one that was actually straight. So here we are using a size 10, but that's fine because there's not multiple passes to do all the beads, so it works just fine. And I'm using 6-pound Fireline. That's everything we need, so let's get started. Okay, so to start you'll need roughly probably just over an arm's length of Fireline, I'd say, or thread, but use what you're comfortable with. I haven't actually measured it, so I'm not sure if that's completely right. I will measure it as I do this, because I have I've probably got more of a wingspan now, so I'll see how much I use and I'll pop that in the description box below, just indicating how much I used, so you've got more of a general idea. When I was making the earrings, I kind of just made them and you don't think about it till the end. So yeah, I'll put that down in the description box along with any other links, colours, everything else that you may need. So on my my length of thread, I'm now going to pick up one 4mm pearl and one size 8 seed bead, and I'm just going to repeat that, so I've got a total of 5 of each alternated, so 5 of each. Okay, so I've got one pearl, one 4mm pearl, one size 8 seed beads 5 times, and they're alternated. And I'm just going to drop them all the way down to the other end of my thread, leaving about a 10cm tail, like so. And then I'm just going to go through them all again. So up from the tail end, just through them all again to create a ring. So you want a ring like this. So just go through them all again until you only have to go through them once, because we will actually go through them again when we add more beads. So don't worry if you think, oh, that's still a little bit loose, because we are going to go through them one more time in a second when we're adding the next round. So finish by coming out of a size 8 seed bead. So that's my little ring, and I'm coming out of this size 8 seed bead. Okay, so now I'm going to pick up 3 size 11 seed beads. So I've picked up 3, and I'm coming out of this side of my size 8. I'm just going to go back through it from the other side, so straight back through, and this will cause these 3 beads that I've just picked up to sit around the size 8. As you can see, there's thread on either side. And now we're going to go forward into the 4mm purl, so straight into the next 4mm purl along, like so. Keep giving this a little tug. If it looks like the ring's coming loose, just give it a little tug. I'm now going to pick up 5 size 15 seed beads. That's 5 size 15s, and just like I've just done with the size 8 seed bead, I'm just going to come back through from the other side of my purl, like so, and pull through. And again, these new 5 15s will sit over the purl, so you'll have thread either side of your purl going into them. And we're just going to go forward into the size 8, and we're just going to repeat adding these 3. So pick up 3 size 11 seed beads, again go back through the size 8 and straight into the next purl along, and then you've got these next 3, and I'm sure you guess we're going to add the next 5 15s, and I'm just going to go back through the purl and straight into the next size 8 along, and pull through. And I'm just going to repeat that all the way around, adding in my 3 size 11s and my 5 15s. And I'm just about to add in my last set of 5 15s, and I'm going to go back through the purl like so, and that's how your work should look now. Don't worry if it's not sitting all that neat and some are sitting a little bit wonky, that's fine, because we're going to pull it all up because it's a bezel, so they'll sit nice in the end, don't worry. So I'm coming out of this purl, I'm going to go into the next size 8 along, and then I'm going to go through the first 2 size 11s above this size 8. So just straight into them next 2 size 11s. So you're coming off the middle one essentially, like so. Okay, I'm going to just flip my work over and move my tail thread back through, because I like to work anti-clockwise. So if I was going clockwise, I'd just stay on that side, but I like to work anti-clockwise, so this is where I am now. I'm now going to pick up 1 size 11, 1 3mm bicone, and 1 size 15. So that's 1 size 11, 1 3mm bicone, and 1 size 15. I'm coming out of this middle size 11 here of this 3. I'm now going to go straight into the middle 15 over the purl. So these 5 15s, I'm going to go straight into the middle one, so bead number 3, like so. So coming out of that 11, picking up them beads and going into the middle 15 of the next set of 5 along, and pull through, and that's how your work should look now. And then I'm going to pick up 1 size 15, 1 3mm bicone, and 1 size 11, and I'm going to go into that next middle size 11 over the size 8. So of these 3, I've picked up these 3 beads, and I'm going to go into the next size 11, the middle one, coming out of the 15, the middle 15 of that set of 5. And that's how your work should look now. I'm going to repeat that again. So both steps, I'm going to pick up 1 size 11, 1 3mm bicone, and 1 15, and I'm going to go straight into the middle 15 of that next set of 5 along, and pull through. And then I'm going to pick up 1 size 15, 1 3mm bicone, and 1 size 11, and I'm going to go into the middle 11 of the next set of 3 along, and pull through. And again, that's how your work should look now. It should match up with this one. So you should essentially have a 15 either side of the middle 15 of that set of 5, and an 11 either side of the middle 11 of that set of 3, with bicones in between. So you're going to repeat that all the way around. And I'm just about to add in my last 15 bicone and size 11. I'm coming out of this last middle 15 and I'm going to go straight back into that first 11 we started from, that middle 11, like so, and pull through. And that's how your work should look now. I love these colours. How cute do they look together? This blue is so nice. Let me have a little look what colour it is. So it's a Miyuki seed bead and it's Duracoat Opaque Catalina. So it's so nice. Okay, so I'm now still coming out of that size 11 and we've completed that round, and I'm now going to go through the next size 11 and the bicone. So the first size 11 and bicone we just added, I'm going straight through them, so I'm coming out of the bicone and pull through. I'm now going to pick up one 2mm fire polished. I'm going to miss these size 15s and go straight through the next bicone and the size 11. So we're missing the 15s and going through the bicone and the size 11 and pull through. So that new fire polish sits between these two bicones. I'm now going to pick up one size 15 and I'm going to go straight into the next size 11 from the previous round and this size, this 3mm bicone, like so. So this new 15 will sit between them two size 11s we added either side of the bicone from earlier. I'm just going to repeat that again. Pick up one 2mm fire polished, coming out of the bicone, go straight into the next bicone and the size 11 and pull through, and then pick up one 15, coming out of this size 11, go through the next size 11 along from the previous round and the bicone and pull through. And as you can see, it's starting to curve a little bit as I pull it tight now. So also be aware that bicones and fire polish can be sharp, so try not to pull your thread against the bicone because it might cut your thread, and that's always the worst when you've got so far into a project and then your beads start falling off. So try not to do that if you can. Be very gentle as you go around. So we're just going to carry on now, adding the 2mm fire polished and the size 15 between the beads. And I'm just about to add in my last size 15 between these 11s, and I'm just going to go into the next 11 like so and pull through, and then we'll give it a little pull there. And that's how your work should look now. You should have a little curve to it, but so because you want to keep your tension relatively tight, not like crazy like tight where your thread will pull against the beads because then it might cut the thread. So just a nice firm tension. So I'm now coming out of this size 11. I'm going to weave through my next bicone, fire polished, bicone. So right through the bicone, the fire polished and the bicone until I'm coming out of the bicone that is before the size 11. And I'm now going to pick up one size 15 and I'm going to go through that next size 15 along, the one we've just added in that previous round, and pull through. And I'm going to pick up one size 15 and I'm going to go into the next bicone, through the fire polished and into the next bicone. So going through 3 beads. See if I can get through them all at once. Yeah, there we go, like so. And pull through. And these new beads should be sitting like this. You should have this kind of like little V shape of these 15s. I'm just going to do that again. I'm coming out of this bicone before the size 11. I'm going to pick up one 15 and I'm going to go into that 15 from the previous round and pull through. And I'm going to pick up one 15 and I'm going to go through the next bicone, the 2mm fire polished and the bicone. And pull through and be gentle as you kind of pull your beads tight. And again, you see we've now got this next V shape, and we're just going to continue all the way around, adding in them 2 single 15s. And I'm just about to add in my very last 15, and I'm going into that bicone and through into the fire polished, and I'm going to stop at the fire polished. and pull through. And that's how your work should look now. You should definitely have more of a cup shape now, ready for your Rivoli in a second. So I'm coming out of this 2mm fire polished. I'm now going to pick up 3 15s. I'm going to jump the bicone and go through that first 15 we've just added in the previous round. And pull through. So you should have these 3 15s that are now sitting over this bicone. I'm now going to pick up 1 15. And I'm going to go into the next bead, the next 15, along from the previous round. So the 2 single ones we added, we're using them. So straight into that one. And pull through. As you can see now, this new 15 is now sat above that 15, the middle 15 in that V from before. And then I'm going to pick up 3 15s. I'm going to jump the bicone and go through the next 2mm fire polished. And pull through. And that's how your work should look now. You should have kind of like a well, I don't know how to describe that actually right now off the top of my head. Kind of going down and up a little bit and then over. Let's go with that. That works. Little arches? No, I don't know. Anyway, let's carry on adding in these 15s. So again, I'm going to pick up 3 15s coming out of the fire polished. I'm going to jump this bicone and go into that first 15 from the previous round, from the set of 2 singles we added, and pull through. I'm going to pick up 1 15 and go into the next one from the previous round and pull through. And I'm going to pick up 3 15s, jump the bicone and go into the 2mm fire polished, like so, and pull through. And don't get your tail caught. And there we are. And you can see now that that's how these are sitting on the outside as well as on the inside. And it's very much a cup shape now. So we're going to continue doing that all the way around. Adding the 3 15s, the single 15, and then the 3 15s. And I'm just about to add in my last set of 3 15s. I'm coming out of this 15 and I'm going straight into that first fire polish we started from. You might find things are starting to tighten up a little bit. Just be gentle as you go through. And that's how your work should look now. Definite cup now. And I'm currently coming out of this 2mm fire polished. I'm going to weave through my next one. Let me come a bit closer to the camera so you can see what I'm talking about. We're going to weave through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, sorry, ignore that. We're weaving through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 15s until you're coming out of the middle 15 of that set of 3 you added before the fire polished. So let me get there. So I went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, and 8. So you can see now I'm coming out of, so there's the fire polish, and I'm coming out of this middle 15 of that set of 3 that went above the bicone there. So I'm coming out of this middle 15 of this set of 3 here. I'm now going to pick up 1 3mm bicone, and I'm going to miss the next 15, the fire polished, and the next 15, so 3 beads, 15 fire polished, 15. I'm going to miss them, and I'm going to go into the middle 15 of this set of 3 above this bicone here, so like that, so, and I'm going to pull that through, and that bicone will now be sat over the 2mm fire polished and them 2 15s, but it will sit more on the inside because this is the top of our bezel now. I'm now going to weave through all my 15s until I'm coming out of the middle 15 above the next bicone before the fire polished. So coming out of this one, I'm going to weave through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 15s to get to where I want to be next. So we're weaving through 6 15s. So all these 15s here, we're going through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, 7. Well, no, technically I'm coming out of that one, aren't I? So 2, 4, 6. Definitely 6. The one you're coming out of, and then the next 6. So yes, that's where you should be coming out of. The middle 15 over the bicone before the fire polished. And I'm going to pick up 1 3mm bicone. I'm going to miss the next 15 2mm fire polished 15 and go through the one after that middle 15 of that set of 3 above the bicone. And then I'm going to weave through the next 6 beads again, the next 6 15s. Until I'm coming out of the middle 15 above the bicone before the fire polished. And I'm just going to add in another 3 bicones because there's going to be 5 of them in total. Before you add your last one, you may want to pop in your Rivoli. So continue adding your bicones all the way around and going through your 15s, but then before you pop in that last one, give it a little tighten and pop in your Rivoli. But we can do that together. Okay, so I'm just coming out of my last middle 15 of that set of 3, and I'm just going to pop in my 14mm Rivoli like so. And it may not look like it's sitting really nice and tight yet, but the next round will sort that out for you. So just pull that a little bit tighter, and I'm now going to add in my last 3mm bicone because I've only added 4. So I'm coming out of that middle 15 before the fire polished, and I'm going to miss the next 15 fire polished 15 and go through that middle 15 of that next set of 3 and pull through and wiggle it into place and pull tight. Okay, and that's how your work should look now. You should have these new bicones that are sitting above the fire polished and kind of in a triangle with these other bicones. And I'm still really loving these. These are so summery. I'm going to really enjoy wearing these in the summer. You don't even have to make them into stars if you didn't want to. You could actually just leave the points off when we add them. You don't have to do that. They could just be a roundish Rivoli. So yes, I'm really enjoying these colours. They're making me so happy. Okay, so I'm still coming out of this 15 of the middle 15 of these 3 above this bicone, but I want to be coming out of this 15 here, which is sat above the 15 that is in between these 2 11s. So this 15 here, so go through the next 1 2 3 beads, the next 3 15s. Okay, so as you can see, I'm now coming out of this 15 here, that's above this one, kind of the little single one that's sticking out that we added in the previous round. Just the little, yeah, we added that one, didn't we? No, the round before. So that's where we're coming out of. We're now going to pick up a 2mm fire polished, and we're going to go into the bicone, the new bicone we've just added. So coming out of that single 15 and into the bicone like so. And that's how your work should look. That 2mm fire polish should be sitting nicely there. And then we're going to pick up a 2mm fire polished. Coming out of the bicone, we're now going to go into that single 15 that's sat above this little single 15 in between these 11s. We're going into this one. And pull through. And again, that's how your work should look now. And we're just going to do that again. Pick up 1 2mm fire polished and go into the next bicone along. And pull through. And then pick up a 2mm fire polished and go into the single 15 that falls in the, I suppose it falls in the middle, doesn't it, of these, because you have 3 15s on either side of this single one here. So into that one, like so, and pull through. And again, that's how your work should look now. Give it a little pull, nice and tight. And you're just going to continue adding fire polished all the way around. and I'm just about to add in my last fire polished. So I'm coming out of this bicone and I'm going to go straight into that first 15 that I started from when I added that first fire polished, like so, and pull through and pull tight now. Here we go. And that's how your work should look now. Now I'm just going to go through all of them beads again just to really reinforce that top. So the 15s, the fire polished and the bicones. I'm just going to go through them all again just to reinforce the top and make it nice and tight. So you may want to do the same. If you feel that your needle isn't going through the 15s as nicely as you want, you can size down to a 12 or 13 or 15, whatever you're comfortable with. But my 10 seems to be doing okay at the moment. Okay, and that's how your work should look now. So now I've reinforced that round, I now want to be coming out of a bicone, not the one on the top, this one here, the first one before the fire polished. So this one here. So I'm just going to weave through my beads to get into that bicone. So just going into that one and into that one. So I was coming out of that single 15, so I've just jumped down into that next one, which is attached to the bicone already. So I just followed my thread path. Okay. Right. So now I'm going to pick up 3 size 11 seed beads. I'm going to miss the fire polish and I'm going to go through the next bicone. So I'm coming out of a bicone, picked up 3 size 11s, missed that fire polish and gone to the next bicone along. And pull tight, and this will give you this little picot, this little arch here above your fire polished. I'm now going to weave through my 11, you can go 15 or 11, 11 and into the next bicone along. So just weave through. This will also be helping to really tighten up your bezel if it's a little bit loose. So just weave through so you're coming out of that next bicone. And then we're going to repeat that, add them 3 size 11s, jump that fire polished and go into the next bicone, and then through your beads, because it's automatically going through it, until you get to that next bicone along. So I'm just going to weave through to that one, that next one now, just because my needle wanted to go there. And as you can see, I now have these 2 sets of 3 11s over my fire polished, and I'm just going to repeat that all the way around. And I'm just about to add in my last 3 11s, coming out of this bicone, jump that fire polished and go through the next bicone. It's taking me into the 11, but that's okay because I want to be coming out of the middle 11 of that first set of 3 that we've just added. So I'm just going to let that happen. But that's how your work should look now. You should have these little, well, they're not quite points, they're more like little arches, but they give this star effect, which is really sweet. And I'm now going to weave through my beads. Like I said, I want to be coming out of the middle 11 of that first set of 3 that we just added. I'm now going to add the little loop to my little star. So you can see here we've got this little loop. I'm just going to pop this on. Now if you're using an ear wire that has a very small connection and is going like the other way to that one essentially, so this one is forward facing but if it's side facing you could miss out this 15, but we'll talk about that in a second. I'm just going to show you, I'm coming out of here, I'm going to pick up 6 size 11s and I'm just going to go back into that middle size 11 that I'm starting from the opposite side. So I get like a little ring around my size 11, like so. And then I'm going to go forward into the first size 11 of that set of 6, like so, and pull through. And now I'm just going to add 15s in between my 11s. So I'm going to pick up one 15, and I'm going to go into that next size 11 along of that set of 6, and this will make these little 15s pop. So as you can see, it pops between these two. And I'm just going to do that again. I'm going to pick up one 15 and just go into the next one along, like so. Now, I was talking about the ear wire. Let me see if I just grab one and see if I can show you what I mean. Does everybody else have mats that are just covered in beads all around their desk, and then you're looking on them going, oh, I must have something on here, but then it's never what you're looking for? That's where I am right this second. So let me find a nice little ear wire. Okay, let's go with one of these. Now, you can put it here between these two 11s like so. This one's got a little, probably need thing tightening up, but so it does work the way. But if that ring isn't open, sorry, I'm not showing that, I'm not on camera. Okay, so what I was saying is I've got this one here, the ring is open, so I can just slide that onto between my two 11s there. If that ring's not open, when you are putting on your 6 size 11s, I would say to add it in the middle, so it's automatically just sitting between your 11s, and then it would just replace the 15. But if not, you can just use your just pop that there, and then just grab a pair of pliers. Nothing is to hand right now, so we'll do it this way. If you're going to use a jump ring, you would just add a size 15 here. And you can watch me fumble trying to get this on now. Okay, that's closed. Okay, the one thing I will say, if you are using an ear wire like this between the 11s, make sure that it sits tight in between the 11s. So now I'm just going to take my needle through with that ear wire and then into that next 11 along. It's acting as the 15. But you can use a 15 if you're going to use a jump ring. As you can see there, they've all got 15s in between them. And then I've hung it from the jump ring. So I'm just going to carry on now adding 15s in between my 11s. So one more there, and then one more again, and back into through that last 11 of the 6 and back into that 11 we started from with the 3, like so, and pull tight, and really pull this tight because you want this loop to be tight, especially if you've used an ear wire like this. So what I do now is I just go through all of them again just to reinforce them, just to make sure that they're all nice and happy and sitting tight. And don't forget to go through the ear wire as well if you've used it the same way I have, but otherwise just go through all the 11s and all the 15s again of this ring. Okay, then I'm going to pop down into that one there. Okay, so technically our earring is finished. That is my little pillow star earrings. So what I like to do now though is just head down to this original ring, and if you feel it needs it, but I like to do it anyway because that's where I like to end my my threads off. I just head down that way, going through my beads again very gently because there's probably a lot of passes through them now, so you don't want to be breaking any crystals or getting your thread caught like I'm doing. Let's take that out of there, and just follow the thread path down, down, and then into that original ring, and that should be where our tail thread is still as well, unless you've weaved yours off already. And I'm just gonna go through them all again. And you can actually go through the 15s and the 11s as well, the ones you added in that second round after our after the initial ring. So yeah, I'm just going to go through all these just because I just feel like it really tightens up the bezel. It's and it's just somewhere to go and put your thread. And then if you're not familiar with half hitch knots, do a half hitch knot, which is how I like to end my work. You go under the thread, be careful not to scratch the Rivoli if you're doing it here. Under the thread between the two beads, so I'm coming out of this pearl, so the needle has to go under the thread between the one you're coming out of and the next one, and pull through, and it makes a loop like so. And then you just take your needle through the loop, and then very slowly, because you don't want the thread to move, you just pull, and that hides the knot between them two beads. But if it was to jump, it could jump over here, and then you would see thread over your pearl, so, or your size 8, depending on which way it went. So do it very gently and very slowly, and just make sure it doesn't move where it's not supposed to. And then just take your needle through a few more beads so that you're moving away from that knot. And you can add as many of them as you wish. And then don't forget to do the same with the tail thread. And yes, that is my very, very sunshiny, happy little earring. I really love that colour. How sweet is that? I kind of feel like also it'd be nice if it had something like dangling, so something else to explore at some point. But I hope you've enjoyed making them. If just one other little tip, if you think, oh, this is a little bit loose on the top here, because some of the beads can be different sizes depending on the finish of them. So the galvanized I was thinking a little bit bigger than some of the others. So if you're feeling like that's the case, you could always add a size 15 between the two fire polished that are either sides of your 15 and your bicone, just to finish it off nice. You could just do that if that's what you wish, just to make it a little bit more. So yeah, that's that. We've made that one. I'm going to go make the other one because I really love that colourway and I want them. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you'd hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. There's lots of content. There's lots on there to see. There's lots more coming. Trying to get back into the swing of doing my couple of videos a week. So, but let's see how we go, because I have a million other deadlines that I have to adhere to. If you follow me on social media, you've probably seen that I do a lot of work with other beady projects. So if you don't follow me on social media and you want to, check out my links below. And yes, that's everything from me today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Bye now.